Hey, Jester Pez here, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about something that plagues all retro game consoles, and that is blown capacitors. And that is no exception to this TurboExpress from NEC. So make sure you hit subscribe, like, and let's see if we can get this thing going. Okay, so we have a TurboExpress here made by NEC, which is a portable Turbografx 16, which also takes the Turbografx 16 cartridges. As you can see here, this is almost complete in box, which is almost impossible to find in this condition. And if you can, they're very expensive. So, finding out that your console doesn't turn on or work is pretty annoying. But consoles of this age, for the most part, have the same similar issues. And that is, the capacitors inside do eventually die. They don't last forever. Especially a console that's 20 plus years old. So as you can see here, nothing lights up. There's no power. So what we're going to do is we're going to test the voltage on the batteries just to make sure that the voltage is there. So we got the proper voltage out of the batteries, but again, it doesn't work. So let's go ahead and take these batteries out. And we're gonna get ready to open this up. That way we can take inventory of what capacitors we're gonna need to replace. Now, I've never opened one of these up before, but it looks like someone had tried to fix this before. And when I opened it up, I noticed that there was a loose wire. So I double checked, and sure enough, the backlight worked. The wire was disconnected, but there were other things that were missing, like the screw that holds this motherboard in place. We're going to remove the power supply here. That cable comes from the batteries. There's a ribbon cable that connects the external device. But yeah, notice how this motherboard just pops right up. There should be a screw holding it in place that I didn't find out until later. There's also a missing screw here where the cartridge slot is. So if you've never opened a certain console, just take your time. Again, this is the first time I've ever opened a TurboExpress. They're pretty much all the same, just different manufacturers. All right, so what we're going to need to do is remove this shield and then take inventory of all the capacitors. Okay, now that we have the shield off and we have a capacitor list with all the capacitors, the next thing we need to do is plan out all the capacitors to be able to put them in and it still fit. Because keep in mind, all the capacitors that are on this board are all surface mount. The replacement capacitors are not surface mount, but having standard capacitors and non-surface mount capacitors will definitely allow the console to last so much longer. So here we go. Let's go ahead and apply these capacitors in a creative fashion. After about 2 hours installing capacitors, making sure things fit, we have success. If you like this video, click on like and subscribe, and also enable notifications for future videos. Thank you for watching.